Out in the open talking with Will Daskal, who's a long time turkey hunter. Will, there's some people out there that perhaps want to, and we're going to try to cover a lot of stuff fast. So Here we go. Are we ready? If you're interested in turkey hunting, you haven't been turkey hunting before, if you're a novice, there are a couple things you need to know. First of all, we need to start with shotgun shell. Tell us a little bit about why we need a pattern of this.
Well, the most important thing is you have to learn how your shotgun shoots. Don't assume that because your shotgun works for other types of game that it's going to be effective for turkey. The slightest little aberration or bend in a shotgun barrel is going to put the shot off. So what I recommend to new people is take your gun out, shoot at a target at about 8 yards. If you can get the bulk of your pattern in about a 10-inch circle at 8 yards, then you know you've got a straight shooting barrel.
And it's really good to go out and get a turkey, target and shoot at the turkey target. I mean, I know if you're shooting an 8-inch paper plate, you're going to be there, but you want to make sure where all those BBs
are. And they're all over the internet. You can download them for free.
And some shells shoot differently in different guns. Different shells, different guns, everything patterns differences.
So here's what I recommend. Once you know you have a shotgun that's shooting correctly, you have to pick a shell that's going to work effectively with that. So what you're going to do, first you have to know what the law is. In Pennsylvania, you cannot shoot unless you have a choice between steel and non-steel. If you're shooting lead shot, you can't go anything larger than a number 4. If you're using steel shot, it would be number 2. But most turkey hunters are shooting 4, 5, and 6, and I shoot pretty much 5 and 6. This is a 5, and it's a coated lead shot. Okay, so that's the next thing. All you really want to do is I take an empty cardboard carton, I put my life-size turkey head on it, and I will pattern it at 20, 30, and 40 yards. Ideally, I want to find out which particular shell, which particular load will give me the greatest shot density in the head and give me a minimum of a dozen pellets in the head and neck. Because if you don't hit it in the head, you're not going to kill it.
Safety is probably one of the most important things, and you want to make sure that if you're going in the woods, out of the woods, you're moving around, please. Orange, orange is a must. You want to wear camouflage most of the time, but you want to be seen.
Every turkey hunter is out there with a loaded shotgun who's listening for that sound, and when they hear that sound, they're keyed and they're going to shoot and be ready to shoot in that direction. So you want to protect yourself at all times.
It isn't necessary in the spring, but it still doesn't hurt to put up a tree banner, wrap it around a tree someplace near where you're going to be, because anything you can do to be safe, that's the whole key to the thing.
Absolutely.
Getting into turkey hunting, what is the simplest call that if somebody comes in here in a Dunkelberger's and say, I want to buy a call, I'm going turkey hunting tomorrow, next day, the simplest?
Most people call 2x2, too often and too loud. So all you really want to do is learn how to make a simple yelp. If you can make a yelp, you can kill a turkey. The idea is the simplest box call, or you can simply get one of these calls, which has, all you have to do is push a plunger.
Don't have to do anything fancy.
Don't have to do anything fancy.
Now, there are other calls. There's a slate call. How does that one work?
Well, with a slate call, and they're slate, they make aluminum plates, they have glass plates. Basically, it's a slate surface, and you take any striker, wood, this happens to be a synthetic, but I'll show you with a wooden striker. And with the other striker. And if you cup it and change the pressure, okay? But my personal favorite happens to be the first one I actually built myself, which is the old wing bone.
Let's look at this one first.
This call was invented by Ben Rogers Lee, and it was given to me by Ben, and it was signed by Ben. Ben was the very first manufacturer of turkey calls on a mass basis, and he was a school janitor in Alabama who entered a local contest, and before you knew it, he was a 5-time world champion, and I ended up selling him. So anyway, basically, the original call had an aluminum strip. This one has a slate strip down the center, and it's basically the same thing. The beauty of this is you don't have to worry about anything except following the channel. Piece of cake.
Now let's get back to your wing bow.
This design comes from the Native American Indians, and the Native Americans simply used every part of every animal to good purpose, and this is probably the first call I ever made, and these 3 sections are actually made from sections of the wing bone from a turkey that was taken. Probably my 2nd or 3rd turkey.
And you can go online actually and find the instructions for the wing bone call and show them how it works.
And it's just fascinating. All you have to do is be on a straw. So basically just cup the bottom and you just go. And that's the sound that a hound makes.
That's the kind of things that the Indians did. You know, when you first get into the woods, even if you're doing some research for weeks before and you know where some turkeys are, you still want to locate them. But you don't want to use a call. You don't want to call them. They're still on the roost, perhaps, and you want to go in and you want to find out, make sure that the bird is where you think it is. How do you find that information out?
Well, then what you do is use a locator call. So you don't want to call turkeys with a turkey call when you're trying to locate them.
Right.
So what you want to do is you want to get what's known as a shock response.
And you really want to annoy them.
Exactly.
They get annoyed when noises come in.
Because they're very territorial.
Yeah.
So if you give them the sense that there's an intruder in their environment, the three most common calls are a crow call, which I find doesn't work in a high agricultural area because there are a lot of crows around. A hawk call will work quite often because hawks will prey upon the eggs. Hawks, skunk, and snakes or decimate the eggs when they've been hatched, before they're hatched. And the last one would be a hoot owl call or a barred owl. And they sell commercial calls. I find just using my voice works well, just as I call deer with my voice. But a basic crow call will work. A simple red-tailed hawk call will work. And
And you said 2x2 earlier. People call it too much, too frequently, and too many times, and too loud, and too everything. But basically, even when you're doing that call, if you are a person who has been in the woods early in the morning at sunup, and you listen to the sounds that are going on around you, you know that hoot owl isn't going to hoot for hours and hours. I mean, you know, it's going to hoot, or a crow's going to fly through and call, or you know, a hawk's going to come through or something and make a noise.
I can't tell you the number of times I made that owl call, and there was an owl in the tree right above me that answered it. You know, it happens.
Now there is one other call that we talked about, and that is we didn't talk about actually.
Yep.
Is the
mouth call.
Mouth call.
And the mouth call is, the first mouth call I ever made was simply made by a stretching piece of latex over a film canister can where I cut out the bottom and put it in place with a rubber band. But basically all it is it's a frame and the latex is stretched across it, and you put it in the roof of your mouth, and by huffing an airflow across it, it vibrates. Mm-hmm. And depending on how you hold it in your mouth, it'll make a different sound.
And you know, you don't have to worry about being perfect. I mean, when the guys go to these calling contests, like at some of the local outdoor sports shows, I mean, they're trying for perfection to make what a turkey really sounds like, kind of a thing. But you don't have to be perfect when you're out there.
No, and young birds are very imperfect.
And some of the older birds have a sore throat, or they might have gotten some rain on them or something else like that.
Birds under a year and a half will have a higher pitch tonal range.
Don't forget, folks, you got to be safe out there. Please wear the orange, and please make sure where you're shooting and know that you're shooting at a bird. No excuse to shoot a person. I mean, a person doesn't look like a turkey. So you need to be safe out there and follow some of these tips. If you have any questions, come on in here to Dunkelberger's. We've got a lot of turkey hunters in here. And if you want to see some of Will's great artwork that he does, we can go to your website.
WildTurkeyHunting.com.
Absolutely. So, outdoorsman and a fantastic painter. Thanks for being with us, Will.
Always a
pleasure.
pleasure.
Appreciate it. Hey, folks, don't go away. We'll be right back.